Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Ferd Bird the Nerd with another comic book market report for November 4th, 2024. I'm going to pump out a few of these. I think I'll keep doing these, every once in a while further down the road, just because I do enjoy the comic book market reports. The live show is officially going to end on Thursday. So join us at 5 o'clock Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern. I don't know what Central time is, but I'll be doing a bunch of shout outs to just the community that has supported us for these many years. And how many years? Like two. And just Pickles will be joining me, and we're going to have a good time. So without further ado, let's get into the comic book market report for this week. A bunch of really fun, obviously, like, that's not it. Let's see here. A lot of really cool books this week, some newer ones with some kind of old school, not so much like speculation or this is going to go up to like $20 in the near future, but I just found a lot of these comic books pretty cool. If you do like this show, I'm going to stretch on my shoulders for a second. If you do appreciate the show, please hit that like button, subscribe. We lost about 4 viewers last week, so probably announced that we're no longer doing the live show. We did not win a CBCA award this year either. I kind of made a promise that I would continue the live shows if we did win one, but since we didn't, I'm going to adhere to that, and I'm leaving off the live show. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. First and foremost, this is Absolute Superman. This book just came out about a week ago. Obviously, the Absolute Batman, the Absolute Wonder Woman. Oh, shoot. I don't think this book's come out yet. This is a pre-order kind of exclusive. I don't typically go after exclusive books, but I've seen this go for 30 to 40 or $50 online. I think this has a lot of potential. I should say it has a lot of potential. I didn't even look at what the price was. I had no idea what the deal was with this book in particular, but it's Scotty Young. He still does really good stuff, and I am definitely a purveyor of this particular copy. $30 to $50 on eBay. I think you can go on the actual store, Scotty Young store, to get this book, but I think it's just a great cover. If you're a Scotty Young fan, I can't see why you wouldn't put this in your collection. So very new. Grommets #1. Shout out to the Beyond Wednesdays and the Stein Top 10 show on Friday. They've actually this was on their top 10 list. This was kind of an easy call, honestly. Like, for the majority of people that read comic books, skater community, and this is a harking back to like when I was a kid. I never really knew how to ride a skateboard when I was little. I kind of took that up a little later in life, but I think this is a great miniseries for us old nerds. It kind of harkens back again. It's nostalgia in like today's times. Great writing. It's just a fun little story. I don't know if there's going to be optionness with this book, but the covers are really great. They're really clean. 10 to 15 bucks for this book. The variant one in, I think, 10 or 25 goes for quite a bit more because it has a 7-Eleven in the background. At least for me, that's why I bought it for $5. But yeah, Grommets #1. Pick this up if you can see it. I actually found one in a newsstand earlier, like a month ago. Simpsons, the special collector's edition #1, or it's a special collector's edition. This is arguably the first appearance of the Simpsons in a comic book. It's not the first appearance in print. I do have that book, but yeah, this goes for like 15 to 45, depending on whether it's a newsie or the condition. I couldn't find any slab sales, but I found a bunch of like signed 8.5s, signed by Macaroni or some type of Simpsons related character, and I thought those were kind of cool to have. But I think this is a must-have for anyone's collection. We was talking about 10 to 15 years down the road. What comics are going to do well? And The Simpsons, until I don't know how long that story is going to go for, or that show's going to go for, but until they stop making them, I mean, this is going to have nostalgia with ages 5 to like 50, maybe even 60. My parents even watched this when I was a kid. So this is arguably the most watched television show of all time, across all generations, across all races and all that stuff. So that's kind of cool I read about that statistic a while back. But anyway, pick this up cheap. It's always going to have a liquid value in it. But yeah, I was pretty shocked at the value of this book, or the current market prices. Oni Double Future. This is the first appearance of Jane Silent Bob in a comic book. If you are a little bit younger than I, and yeah, anyway, yeah, so this is a nostalgia button for me. This is a dollar bin book all day, but I remember when I was reading a Wizard back when I was like in the late 90s, and when like Mallrats came out and Clerks, all those great Kevin Smith movies, This was kind of like a $20 to $30 book back in the late 90s. It was an obscure publisher. I don't, back then it was just kind of cool to have it. This book is a dollar bin book. There's a third print that goes for $11. That has a different background. I think it's like pink. And there's a issue 12 that has Jay and Silent Bob as their superhero personas, which is pretty cool too. But again, these are not like, oh, get these and like flip them. These are just, I've always wanted this book when I was a kid, and I just was like $20. It was one of those, like, I remember it's one of my first like wall books I ever saw. I just wanted it so bad. But I gotta assume this is really short print though, just because it's Oni publishing. So anyway. Batman, The Long Halloween #1. This is always going to have a consistent Jeff Loeb kind of Tim Sale kind of look to it, or this is going to be one of their most wanted books ever. $65 in high grade. It doesn't really go up or down from that price point. These were hard stock comics as well. I think a lot of concentration has been on the new Penguin series, and it's phenomenal. If you like just kind of gritty, really great origin story, they don't tell it right away. It's a really good. It's really, really good. I just think it's her first Sophia Carmine or whatever, oh my gosh. Sophia's first appearance at #4 is going for like $100 right now. I haven't listed on eBay if you guys want to bid on it. It's going for like 40 right now. But anyway, I think that's just way too much money, honestly. But I let the market determine that. I think this is the book to get if you're a Batman miniseries like collector or whatever. $65 in high grade. It's a great Halloween book. I know Halloween's over and now we're in Christmas season, holidays, all that. You may be able to get this for a little bit cheaper. Who knows? I've talked about this book in the past couple of weeks, but I'm just curious about, and I posted this on my Instagram a while back, or last week, $425 for a double signed version. Now, the time, if you're trying to sell this book, you're holding on to for such a long time. The time to sell it was when the trailer came out, 3-day auction, and on Sunday, dollar bids. I sold mine for $720. I ain't looking back. I put about $300 on it, But I wouldn't buy this book personally for more than $300, but that's because I'm a Knoll fan. I think other people are going to be like, oh, it's only worth like $200. It might be. I don't know. But $425 for double signed, probably have a pretty good amount there. That's pretty cool. But yeah, Venom, the third print, Knoll, obviously. And yeah, good stuff. All right, next, Wizard #1. This is a nostalgia win for me. This I saw I went for $74.99 in pretty fair condition. Now, I don't think it was like a 9.8. I don't think I would ever try and get a 9.8. I would just want this. I would just want a copy. I think it'd be pretty cool if like some publisher came out and said, hey, we're going to reprint Wizard #1s, for $5.99, the original everything. I think it'd be a really cool thing to have. Obviously, like a lot of people are trying to get this cover and get it signed by Tom McFarlane. I would actually not want to do that with this book in particular because of the glossy print. I'd be afraid that it would smear or like something like that. But $74.99 for a fairly good copy, I would say it was like an 8.5, maybe 9.0 at best. I've always wanted this magazine. I thought it's like a no-brainer. I wonder what the last issue goes for. That'd be pretty good one to look up. And then last but not least, Venom. What if was possessed, or if Deadpool was possessed by Venom? This is I wouldn't say sneaky. I just haven't looked at this book in a long time, but $160 for 9.2, that's pretty high. I know with the white background and this definitely attracts a lot of dust and dirt and all that. So I gotta assume that's the reason why the quote unquote lower grades go for so much. But this just does it very well. I think this is going to hold value for a long time. You have two of the best Sony non-Spider-Man characters in one comic book. And it's a what if series, so not as many like mainstream print runs and all that. So yeah, go get it. And that's your comic book market report for the day, for this week. I'll try and keep do these, once I have time. But yeah, if you guys can all do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe. I'll still try and do these reports. Again, we're not doing the live show. We're ending this week. But I do appreciate everyone's support. I do appreciate everyone's support throughout the couple years we've been doing this show. And if you like watching, leave a comment for me too. Tell me what other stuff you guys are looking for, and I'll try and do it for you.